This spring, thousands of people will come together for Out of the Darkness walks. The goal, to spread awareness for suicide prevention among a population so touched by it. For young people, suicide is a leading cause of death. Joining me to talk more about the mission of these walks is Angela Cummings, who is the executive director at the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, and Gretchen Radel, who's a student at Northwestern University. And I know you are coming in strong as a young person, but there is an important reason for this, and this is a real tough day for you, but the absolute inspiration for you. Tell me about why you're involved.
Yeah, I'm from Kansas City, Kansas, and when I was 15, a really close friend of mine died by suicide, and that served as my first introduction to mental health, and I really didn't know anything about how to deal with my grief and how to cope. And so contacting Angela and Diana at AFSP was really inspired by my grief journey and really just to be in memoriam of my friend. At that age, I didn't really feel like I had someone to go and talk to. I didn't know how to understand what I was feeling.
Sure.
And so I actually turned to stand-up comedians, the bravery of people like Pete Davidson, who were able to share their story in a palatable way, really just took over me, and it inspired me to, use wherever I go in life to support this cause. And when I got to Northwestern, having people not know my story of where I come from, and today especially being the 8-year anniversary of my friend's passing, it was a really difficult situation, and I really just wanted to form some sort of community because I figured there were probably other people out there who were feeling the same way that I was, and really just wanted to help support, whether that be because they were affected by the cause or if they're just very passionate about mental health.
I don't know if you're able to share the last name, but just say your friend's name.
His name was Harrison.
Harrison. I want to just give him that honor on this anniversary. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about how we move forward, how we walk this message literally through college campuses and through our state and beyond.
Absolutely. So the mission of American Foundation for Suicide Prevention is to bring hope to those who have been affected by suicide, save lives and bring hope. And working with Gretchen that's bringing hope part of it, right? So our signature events are those Out of the Darkness walks, and they're a way for people to gather, to really share their experience, to raise some money for AFSP, but to get the resources out into the community, to break down that stigma, and to get everyone involved, because mental health affects everyone. We all have physical health and we all have mental health. And so these types of events really just bring everybody together in a really positive way where you can honor someone who may have died by suicide, but also honor your own journey and really be a proponent of mental health awareness, mental health resources, and just get these resources and programs onto the campus.
Who do you want to be there at these walks? Simply students at the campus walks, or can parents join in and support, adults, anyone?
Absolutely, everyone is invited to a campus walk. So the Out of the Darkness walks, the community walks happen in the fall. The campus walks started a little after and are usually on campuses, high school campuses or college campuses. That's really because we know this age group, adolescents are considered to be age 10 to 24. They really have been self-reporting much higher rates of depression and anxiety. They went through the pandemic. Many of them graduated at home. So they've really been through a lot. But there is hope because this age group is also, from the last CDC report, the only demographic age group that did not show an increase in suicide rates. So the messaging and the education and the resources is working with this age group. So everyone is invited to come out. Anyone in any of the neighborhoods around these campus walks can come out. You can support these students, you can support the community, and you're just supporting everybody who cares about mental health and suicide prevention.
Gretchen, are you seeing the difference? I know our generation sort of felt like we always had to say, we're fine, it's all okay. And I feel like, especially with my daughter who's close to your age, you talk more with one another. So think about that time from when you lost your friend Harrison to now. Do you see an improvement?
Oh my gosh, yes. It is. Some days it does feel like it was just yesterday, but the fact that I've been able to really join a cause and help support, I think, is a huge step in my personal journey. It used to just be too hard to even engage with the material, but it's such a positive way to feel like you're making a change while also selfishly sort of, working through my own stuff. And so and the support from everyone on campus has been overwhelmingly great, and just the people that I've never met before that have come up to me, and my co-founder, Julia Wink, who couldn't be here today, and just telling us how much this organization means to them has really been moving, because I don't think we really understood the scope of what this could do for people when we started it.
Well, I love what you both are doing, and I know you're going to save lives and help people understand and perhaps come to terms with their loss. And it's not just Northwestern. Campus walks will be held at several colleges and high schools across Illinois from April 14th to June 1st. If you want more information, join in. Check out social media or visit Illinois campus. If you or someone you know is struggling, we need to point out you can dial or text 988. Help from the National Suicide Prevention Lifeline is available 24 hours a day. Please reach out. We'll be right back.